Do I hear that right? Do you want to make your house float? Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to make your house float just like this one. Now I have a bug, as you can see, on Roblox. I had it for a long time now, where there is a black bar on my screen. I cannot fix it, so I'm sorry if it annoys you. I wish I could fix it, to be honest. But in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make your house float like this if you want, for example, a tiny house or a porch or whatever. Now, first of all, you do need a game pass. So the game pass you need for this is multiple floors and preferably basements as well, so that you can build it on the first floor like this. So what I did with the floating house hack was, of course, make a tiny house. Now there's many other options. Let me go to an empty plot. So it's actually pretty easy to do. So first you want to go to the first floor and then you want to just start building whatever you want to build. So let's say I do want a small cabin for now and I do want to make it float or have a porch at least. So I'm going to just draw the shape out of the house that I want. There we go. That's my beautiful house. And what you want to do now is add flooring, obviously, and a roof. Well, if you don't want to have a roof, you can do whatever you please, but I'm gonna have a roof. Okay, so this is my quick house, my quick cabin, and I do want to make it float to be able to have a porch or something like that. So what you do, you don't go to the floor beneath it, you go a floor lower even. So now I'm in the basement, as you can see. If you don't have the basement pass, you will have to build on the second floor. And then I go to mansard roof. For example, you can pick whatever you please. And I'm just drawing out a shape that makes it look a little bit natural at least. So I don't want to have like too sharp corners. And as you can see, this is quite costly, but we're not there yet. You want to drag it to the size that you want it to be. So right now, the space I have underneath my house is something like that. I think that is high enough. I'm just gonna lower the angle a little bit so that I can walk up to it a little bit more easily. And there we go. We have our first set of flooring, and I actually made a mistake. I was gonna add a porch. I should have done that first. Change it to cork because right now we have the ugly Halloween color on the grass. And then go to material, grass, and there we go, we have our house. What you can do then, for example, if you want to have a magic floating house, you can add fog machines underneath your house so that it kind of like comes out underneath of your house. So this is quite tricky, everything, but it does look nice in the end. So as you can see, right now I have a house on clouds, but that's not what I'm going for at the minute. So I'm gonna undo everything because if you want a porch, it is better to plan it out first. So I'm just gonna be adding walls so that I can see more easily where to build my roof for the porch. Wow, straight walls. I can't relate. So I don't think I will add a porch in the backyard. I just want a porch in front of the house. So what I will do then is create a little wall trim so that I can see where the second floor begins. All right, I think that's enough of a wall trim. And then same thing, we're gonna go into the basement level, put our placement to manual, and I just want to create the shape of where my porch is going to be. So maybe something like that, I'm not sure yet. This is gonna be the weirdest porch ever, but this is just an example, okay? So that's one way of doing it. There's actually two ways of doing this. I'll show you the other one in just a minute. So now you just want to create the outline shape and continue building your hill because your house is going to be on a hill. So now you just want to create the shape around it to make kind of like a hill because your house is going to have to be on a hill, otherwise it will just look weird. And there we go. And then to make the porch have a little bit of volume, we make this a little bit lower and extend it like that. And then of course you can paint this in the ugly grass color that we currently have. And as you can see, you just created your own little porch without having to do too much. Now there's another way to create a porch, and that is to get rid of this and just do it with walls basically. So what you do is you go to the first floor, or the base floor I guess, and you create your porch like that. You have more freedom to do whatever you want. So for example, I do want stairs to be here. So I add my stairs in, just in the corner over here. And then I add some flooring on top. So you go to floors. I feel like I'm being so all over the place. I am so sorry for that. So I'm adding in my floor on top just to create my own porch. And this will be my porch for now. Then same thing again, obviously. You go into roofs, mansard roof. I always pick the mansard roof for this, but you can always pick another roof as you prefer, but I just like the mansard roof because it can create some kind of hill. And there we go. We can lift this up, not too high because we still want some kind of porch. And then I'm gonna make this bit a little bit lower so that it's easier to walk up to it. And there we go. We have a porch with a staircase and everything around it. So painting that back into the ugly grass color. As you can see, you now got your own little cozy house on a hill that is floating. And the fun thing about this as well is that now you have some space to actually do some foundations. So if you, for example, have a house like this and then on top of that you have like, I don't know, something like that. Let's just paint that white for now. And so the sides of this, you want to have like some kind of foundation here as well. And then you can finish this off with, of course, a wall trim. And there you go, you created a house with a foundation. I think that's quite nice to have as well. And this is actually quite an easy way to do it. Now, the bad thing about this is, of course, you have to be at least on the first floor because the lowest roof that you can create is in the basement. But I do think it's nice because you have better views of the town. As you can see, if you go up and you zoom down a little bit, you have a better view of everything here. So yeah, it's not that hard to do, but I just wanted to give you the tip, obviously. So I'm gonna remove the porch now. And then I want to change it in the future, maybe something like that. So I just continue my way over here and just have like a stair that goes from the house. So just gonna go into stairs. And you can still drag it across the wall like that. So as you can see, it is very easy to make a new porch as you please. And then of course you can finish this part off with things from the garden like the stepping stones. So if you just create a pathway with stepping stones like that, you can just do that. Of course it is nighttime, but as you can see it is very easy to walk up to. Then this will be your house. You have a little foundation to your house, so that's a nice thing as well. So now I will just finish this up a little bit so that it looks more realistic and that you can have an overview of what it actually looks like. I usually use it for floating stuff to add wheels and everything, like to my tiny house. But a fun way to play with it is to have foundations as well, because I do think foundations can make a house look so much better. You can also add plants to the roof you just created, so that creates some level as well. So I'm just gonna add some plants here and then maybe here as well. And as you can see, there's a lot of options with all of this. Now it's still nighttime. I will wait for a daylight to come so that I can show you that the house does look better with foundations. But you can actually see it already. And another fun thing that you can do if you have a foundation, because you won't probably use this space, is add some lights inside your foundation. And if you then go out of build mode in nighttime, you can see that there's a slight glow to your house and you don't have to have lights on the inside to have that. So that's quite nice as well. So as you can see, you just created your own little floating home with a foundation and a porch. And I feel like the volume adds so much more to a simple house like this. I feel like this looks a lot better than it would have just being on the ground. And I did this in like 2 minutes or something. So definitely something to use in the future. And I just love that so much. I hope this video helped you. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button and please subscribe.